Hey, I'm Kayla, and today I'm going to be talking about my goals for the new year. Or New Year's resolutions, I guess, but some of them are more just like goals rather than like things I want to change. More like things I want to accomplish or things I want to get done. Um, so one big one for me is I want to pick a major. Like I want to decide for sure, definite decision what my major is that I'm going to stick with. And a big reason why that's been difficult for me right now, it's mass comm, because I had to pick something to apply for the school I'm trying to go to this semester, and so I did mass comm because it sounds kind of interesting and it's sort of something I want to do. But it's been difficult for me because the things that I'm interested in doing with my life are things that are very risky. So basically, I want to be an actress first and foremost, but I also like the idea of being a YouTuber slash interviewer. So like I would keep doing videos on here and I would hopefully get to a point where I have enough of a following that I can start interviewing famous people about their lives, and like obviously it wouldn't automatically go from this kind of video to I'm interviewing Harry Styles. It would go to from this to I'm interviewing this guy from American Idol, or this girl that was on The Bachelorette 5 seasons ago or something, or this contestant from America's Got Talent. Like random people like that who aren't super famous, who maybe didn't really get that big, but some people know the name besides their friends. So it would start small like that, and then I would work on making it bigger and bigger. I don't know if that will ever happen because I need to get my following up more on here. I don't really know how many subscribers I need to get, even get like small people to do an interview with me. I wish I had a way to figure that out, or like I wish I could just be like, send a tweet to someone and be like, hey, how many subscribers do I need to have before you'll do an interview with me? And then I can try to shoot for that number and make that my goal. But I know I'm assuming I probably at least need like a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 or so. And I think it's going to be a while before that happens. So I'm leaning more on the acting goal than the YouTube thing. In which case, if acting worked out, YouTube would become a hobby. I would still make videos for fun when I could, but it wouldn't be a full-time thing anymore. Um, but basically, ever since I was a kid, I've looked up to Selena Gomez. I saw her on Wizards of Waverly Place as a kid, and I was like, I want to be just like her. Because she can act, she can sing, and she's beautiful. And I wanted to be just like her. And that was what first started me into the entertainment field. And at first, I always wanted to be a singer. It's like, I want to be a singer. I love singing and listening to music, and I want to be a singer. And then after a couple years, I realized that's not going to happen. I don't think. Because my voice isn't good enough for me to get famous on singing alone. But then I started doing acting in high school, and I fell in love with it. And I was like, oh, I'm actually decent at this. Like, I'm actually pretty good at this. I'm not amazing yet, but I'm good. I've been in plays. So, that's my main dream, is to get to that point where I can do those things with my life. But the problem is that, those things are very risky and they're very difficult industries to get into. And so if I major in, say, theater, then if acting doesn't work out, now I'm kind of stuck. Because unfortunately, the school I'm planning on going to doesn't do a generalized theater major. You have to pick a specific focus. You have to focus on, performance or directing or costume design or whatever. I think there's like 2 or 3 choices. And you have to pick a concentration. So I can't do a generalized theater major, which is what I was going to do originally. Because if I did generalized theater, then I wouldn't just learn how to do acting better. I would also learn how to direct, how to write a play, how to do costume design, how to do makeup, lighting, set design. I would learn all of the aspects of it so that if I can't get a part in something, in a movie or a TV show or a play or whatever, maybe I can work on the crew to get started. Or maybe I can be in the background as an extra to get started. Or do a commercial or whatever. Actually, I could swear I did a commercial as a kid. I have this memory of being in a Lay's potato chips commercial as a kid, or at least auditioning for one. I don't know if that happened or not, but I swear I have a memory of that happening. But I could be very wrong. I know I did some modeling stuff as a kid, and then as soon as I could talk, I was like, I don't want to do this. This is boring. But I swear I remember doing a Lay's potato chips thing. And it might have just been an audition, but I swear I remember that. But anyway, point being, I could get started with stuff like that, and then from there get bigger and bigger in the kind of things I act in. But that way I'd have all these other things in that industry that I'd be able to do to get my foot in the door. But I can't do that at the school I'm trying to go to, which is like the closest university to where I live. So I kind of threw that option out the window. So I can either do theater and I can do a concentration in performance, or I can do a different major altogether. And I also had the idea of, well, I'll do mass comm because that'll help me with the YouTube idea and the interviewing idea, and then I'll do theater as a minor. But the school I'm going to doesn't even offer theater as a minor, so I can't even do that. And I don't really know if I have any other options of what school I could go to, or else if I found another one that was a perfect fit that was the same distance away, I would take a semester off. And that way I could do what I want to do. But I don't think that there is another one close enough to me for me to be a commuter student that is going to be a good fit. So, and I can't really afford, nor do I really want, to go live in a dorm again. So, I don't know. So that's been a hard decision for me, is what exactly do I want to major in? And every time I think I've found something, I'm scared that I'm not going to like it, and I know that I can only change it but so many times before I'm going to not have the money to keep changing it, because it's going to cost a lot to have to stay for an extra semester to do different classes and all that stuff. So I would like to get that figured out this year. Have a set plan of what my major is for sure, 100% this year. Another goal I have for this year is I would like to hopefully get a job this year. I would like to be able to be at a point with my school work where I can balance my homework and my classes with having a part-time job. So I can have some income coming in, and also I can, try to help out with my, like, phone bill and stuff. Because right now I really can't because I don't have a job. So my parents have to pay all that for me. So if I had a job, I might be able to help out a little bit with that stuff. And also that way I can save up some money for the future so that, eventually I can start my own life. But, so hopefully that'll happen, but I'm not really sure. It's hard to find places that are flexible, that are hiring. And I've had a couple of issues with certain places and stuff, so I don't know. But that's another goal I have. A third one would be to make friends. I want to make at least one good friend by the end of this year. And when I say good friend, I just mean someone who's not an acquaintance. Someone who I can talk to, when I'm in a bad mood or I'm annoyed about something, I can go talk to them and I know that they'll listen. But also someone that I can hang out with once in a while. Because my problem is, I have a few people in my life who are my friends who I can talk to about stuff when I have a problem, but they're so busy that they're never able to hang out. And then, then I have a couple people who are, someone who, I met at work, or I met in a class, or, whatever, who I can go, I would say hi to them, and we talk every once in a while, but they're not someone that hangs out with me. There's been people from previous jobs I've had where, we would talk and be friendly to each other at work, but outside of the workplace, we never talked. We never really hung out, nothing. And that was on both of us, but still. Same thing with school. And so I want to find at least one person that I can, actually be friends with and hang out with sometimes. But that's more than just an acquaintance. That's more than just the kind of friend that you just hang out with and that's it. Like someone who I can hang out with sometimes, but that I can also talk to about my problems. I can get real with them sometimes and be like, hey, look, this is what's going on in my life and I need to talk about it. And not be afraid to do that. Because right now, a lot of the people that I'm friends with are one side of the spectrum or the other. They're either someone who I consider a really, really good friend who I feel like I could tell whatever to, or there's someone who I'm not super close with yet, and so I'm scared to open up about certain things because it's like, what's too far for this friendship? Because I'm worried that sometimes I tell people too much about me too fast and it scares them off. I get too personal too fast, and it's like, whoa, I didn't need to know that yet. We've known each other for 2 months. But then at the same time, it's like, it's been 2 months. Sorry that I'm in a bad mood right now. What am I supposed to do? Yes, the first person I usually reach out to when I'm in a bad mood is my mom or my boyfriend. Usually my boyfriend, because it's easier to calm down when I'm talking to him. a lot of times my mom just thinks I'm complaining, and sometimes it's, sometimes talking to my mom helps, and sometimes it just makes it worse. Depends on what I'm upset about. If I'm mad about something my mom said or did, then obviously I rant to my boyfriend about it. But if I'm mad about something else, a lot of times I'll rant to my mom too. But sometimes that just puts her in a bad mood too. So, but yeah, it would be nice to have, just one or two friends that I can rant to sometimes, but that I can also hang out with sometimes. And unfortunately, a lot of the people that I would consider to be really good friends live kind of far from me, so we never hang out. And they're also really busy. So, but yeah, I miss having a best friend. Another goal that I guess I have is to try to be more confident with myself. So like one thing that I don't do because I'm self-conscious about it is I have glasses. Right here. I'm not going to put them on because I refuse to wear them in a video. Because I'm self-conscious about it. I think that they make me look bad. I think that I look better without them, and I think that when I put them on, I look stupid. So I don't wear them in videos because it makes me self-conscious. And I think that you guys would like me better without them on. Because I think I look better without them. And I would like to get to a point this year where I'm a little less self-conscious about myself and a little more confident. I don't expect to go from the way I am now to, by the end of the year, be able to just walk up to anyone and start a conversation. That ain't gonna happen. But maybe to be able to wear my glasses in a video or two and not care so much. Because it's not like, I don't want to be able to go out of my way to put them on for a video, but when I have them on, a lot of times I go out of my way to take them off before I turn this camera on. And like stuff like that because I'm self-conscious about it. And so I would like to start making a little bit of progress towards that, towards being more confident this year. Just a little bit. Because I think that would probably help me as a person. I would also like to look into more acting opportunities this year and kind of start figuring out, like I would like to try to figure out by the end of this year, realistically, the likelihood of these things that I want to do being things that can happen based on my ability. Like, yes, I know even if I'm the most amazing actress in the world, it's still going to be really hard for me to get a good gig where I'm like a lead in a TV show or something. I know that. I know that that's hard no matter whether you're me or you're Selena Gomez. But I want to know how likely it is that I could get to that point based on my ability. Am I a good enough actress that I could make it to that point? Or am I just amateur right now? Can I get to that point? Am I improving quickly enough that I could get to that point in a realistic time? Or will I never be good enough to be a lead in a TV show? I need someone who can tell me that stuff realistically. And I want to be able to find a way to like kind of look at that and like look at, like I have a book that's like acting for dummies or something like that, or like how to be an actress for dummies, or it's one of those books that says for dummies that's like tells you, like it's like a step-by-step guide of like here's how you do this and here's how you get headshots, here's how you get an agent and blah blah blah. And I want to kind of figure out, like, maybe finish reading that, because I've only read a few pages, and try to use that to help me figure out, how all this is going to work, and maybe it says something in there about the likelihood of it. I don't know. Another thing I've considered job-wise, like as a career, is writing, like stories, because I've written a few fan fictions about different celebrities, and yes, I will admit that I write fan fiction, that people have thought were really good. And yes, those people were fans of that celebrity. But I can come up with good ones for any celebrity that I follow, pretty much. I can do 5 Seconds of Summer ones, One Direction ones. Not really One Direction, but like it could be One Direction or any of the people in it. There are certain people from like American Idol that I could probably write one about. I've actually done that. Pretty Little Liars, Once Upon a Time, Riverdale. I can do them about TV shows too. So I can, I think that people like them enough that if I could get enough of a following, that could become something. Just based on the feedback that I have gotten from when I've put them online. But I put them on Instagram, so like I said, everybody that reads them is someone who's a fan of the person that they're about. So like if it's one that's about, say, Harry Styles, that means everybody reading it is a fan of Harry Styles because it's on an Instagram account for that person or for One Direction or whatever. Like, I started writing a Pretty Little Liars one time that I never finished, I don't think. And it was on a Pretty Little Liars Instagram account that I used to have that I don't know if I still have or not. So everybody that followed that account was a fan of Pretty Little Liars. So I knew, obviously, they like it because they're a fan of that show. But I've had quite a few people on Instagram tell me that my writing is really good, so I've thought about trying to do something with that, but I don't know how likely it is that would work large scale. Because, like, I don't know if it's something that would appeal to someone who's not a fan of that. But then again, that's like that's like J.K. Rowling trying to sell Harry Potter to someone who's not a fan of Harry Potter. It won't happen. Some people like it, some people don't. You can't please everybody. So, I don't know. These are just ideas that I've had. And I know that this video has been more just me babbling about career choices and life choices, but that's kind of what it was meant to be. I know it's not exciting. I know I haven't, like, showed you guys anything cool or anything, but I don't know. I thought it might be a good video to start the year. I also would like to, assuming I get a job this year, I would like to save up some money again this year, because I had a decent amount of money in my savings account, and since I haven't been working, I've spent more of it than I would have liked to. I still have a good bit left, but I would have liked to have not spent as much as I had to, so hopefully I can save up some more. I have a cold. Do I have any other goals for this year? I want to be more organized. That's another one. I want to be more organized this year and, like, actually use my planner and, like, try to be able to keep track better of what's due when and stuff like that, and try to stay more on track than I did this semester. This semester, I got everything turned in on time, except for maybe 1 or 2 assignments. And, like, it wasn't so much getting it all done. It was like trying to figure out what to do when. Because, see, I've tried writing to-do lists. Everybody says, oh, make a to-do list. That'll help you. And I've tried that, but then a lot of times I forget that I made the to-do list. So, it's kind of not helping. It's like the same thing as writing stuff in a planner. That's kind of like making a to-do list, too. You just have to remember to then check that planner or that to-do list. And that's where my problem is. I'm, like, more forgetful than someone my age should probably be. Unfortunately. But I want to find a way to stay more organized and stay on top of things. And, like, I don't know. I'm hoping I can, as I said earlier in this video, I'm hoping I can get a job this semester, too. I'm a little worried about that, though, because last semester I was trying to do that, and then I kind of gave up on it because I was like, this is not going to work. Because I was taking, like, 6 classes. One of them was a bowling class, and it was super easy. But still, I had still 5 other classes that weren't as easy. And 3 of them were online, so it was, like, a ton of reading every week. So, that was difficult. So I'm hoping this semester I can find a way to balance out my schedule properly so that hopefully I can get a job and be able to handle it. But it's going to be hard to balance a job and school and a social life and trying to do career planning and keeping up with this YouTube account. Also, I want to apologize in advance in case my video postings get kind of sporadic when school starts. It doesn't start till like the 14th or so I've got like another week or 2 probably. But it might get a little more sporadic when school starts because I may, like, you know, with homework and work and stuff, things might not get posted on Friday every time. But I'm going to do my best to still post every Friday, hopefully. And I guess we'll have to see what happens. I guess that's about it for, like, the main ones. I mean, there's, like, little things, like, I want to get better at driving. Or, you know, because there's still little things that I mess up on that I shouldn't mess up on. And I'm still scared to drive on the highway. I want to, you know, I don't know. I don't know, I can't think of any more right now. But, like, there's little stuff like that, but that was most of the big ones, is get a job, figure out my life, career, figure out my major, try to kind of figure out my career goals. Because in my head, my major should coordinate with my career goals. Even though everybody says, oh, well, you don't need a degree in that field to get a job in that field. Like, you don't need a business degree to get a job in business. You don't need a, see, I can't even think of any other ones. That's the example everybody gives me, is business. And I'm like, okay, that's great. That's one field. And it's like, oh, well, you could get a job in marketing or advertising or this or this or that. And I'm like, yeah, and that all fits under business. Those are all things that are subsets of a business degree. So, of course, you could get a job in any of those things with that degree. They're all subsets of it. But, like, I also know something like theater, you don't need an acting degree to be an actress. So, that's why I'm iffy on that. But then, like, I've got some people telling me, oh, you should major in something that, you can get a job in that field. And, like, you should major in something that's practical and that you can get a job doing that's not going to be super risky. And that way you can, have that job. And then if the acting thing works out, then you'll just quit that job. And then I've had some people say, no, major in something fun because it's not so much about what you major in. It's just that you have the degree that matters. So now it's kind of like, which is it? Does it matter what I major in or not? So that also makes it difficult for me to make a decision when I'm getting mixed signals. So hopefully I get all that figured out. If I remember, in December, I'm going to do a video at the end of the year about whether or not these things happened. But don't hold me to that. I might forget. It's 12 months away. It's a long time for me to remember something. I guess that's it for this video. That's really all I got. So yeah. The first thing that went through my head when the ball dropped this year was New Year, New Me. And I was hoping I could live up to that, but I don't know that I will. Guess we'll see. Old habits die hard, guys. Old habits die hard. So leave me a comment. Tell me what are your New Year's resolutions. And tell me what else you guys want to see. Do you like videos like this where I just talk? Do you like videos where I have props? Do you want me to do a skit? Do you want me to do a tag? Do you want me to do something with Dante? Do you want me to do, I don't know, some kind of challenge or something? Do you want me to do an unboxing video? What do you guys want to see? Let me know down in the comments. I can do songs, I can do monologues, I can do lots of stuff. So let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I make new videos every Friday, or at least I try to. And I guess I will see you guys next week. Bye!